have to talk about it. I have to talk about it. The Proud Family. What? We're a minority, but we are a minority. Like a minority. I'm in love with myself too much. Honest. I keep looking at the viewfinder. I'm gonna have to like learn this all again. Wow. So I've made this video 3 times. A video in each of the rooms that I've ever had at Durham. But yeah, every single time I talk about this, I either get emotional or it's complete waffle because I haven't prepared, or those are the only two. I either get emotional or I just waffle. And I want this video to be as clear and concise as I can possibly make it. Durham University has come under heat for being a racist university, to be honest. I've had so many DMs. I've literally had more DMs than comments. I've had comments too under my videos about race and class and the differences, and yeah, how this university is really like. So I'm just gonna answer it right now. Right now, like, I'm feeling very, very anxious right now. I will give you my honest experience and opinion, but my experience and my opinion. I can't speak for all black people in Durham. I can only speak on my behalf. But that being said, I have talked to other black people and they've had similar, black people and people of colour, and they've had the same experiences. So I'm gonna go in with my foundation. I've already moisturised with shea butter and coconut oil. The first question I put down for myself is Durham racist? And the answer, as you can guess, I'm making a whole video about it, is yes. Well, yes and no. I can't speak on the institution because I don't want to get sued. I don't think I can, but I'm not going to say that Durham University is racist. But what I can say is racism happens in the student population of Durham, and it also happens with the locals. And that's all I'm going to say on that. At this point, when I get emails from the university, I'm just like, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Let me fail. Just let me fail. I'm done. Second question I asked myself is there a class difference at the university? And as you guessed it, yes there is. I will explain.
If you ain't talking money, I don't want to talk.
Okay, students from public schools are more likely to get into Durham University and Russell Group universities because they just have the better grades. They have more resources. Parents pay teachers, like the institutions like Eton and whatever public schools there are, don't really care, not part of that culture, to look after their child, and they pay quite a lot of money. So you're expecting them to get a good grade, and nothing wrong with that. Apparently, well, I don't know too much about this and the admission process. I'm surprised that I'm here, to be honest. I mean, I got the grades, so why am I saying that? Why am I putting myself down? That has to go in 2021. Honestly, I'm not putting myself down anymore. So there is a class difference. Personally, I haven't been affected by classism. I don't know the word. I haven't been affected by it that much. There's been like a few jokes here and there. So there is a class difference. I haven't experienced it that much, and I put that down as me just being in a college, Cuthbert. I'm in a college that that's known to have more working class students, and it's the biggest college. I have rich friends, they just don't brag about it. That's just my experience. Yeah, I've been quite lucky in that. That doesn't mean it doesn't exist, because I've heard a lot of stories. I just haven't experienced it, so I'm not going to speak on it. So what is the racist tendencies that people generally seem to have at Durham, is what I asked myself. There are a lot of microaggressions at Durham University, and I have experienced some of them. This is like opening wounds. Microaggressions. People have touched my hair. It's I'm not a petting zoo. People that you don't know shouldn't be touching your hair without permission, and they shouldn't really even ask. It's not polite. Trying to suss out where I'm from because I have a British accent, it's just one of those things. Like, I already know I'm different, so why are you trying to, like, why are we having this conversation right now, especially when, like, this is one of the first conversations I'm having with you? Why are you trying to separate us and see me as different? It might be interesting to you, but when I'm first meeting you, that's not a conversation that I necessarily want to have straight away. It's fine to ask that question, like, later on, in my opinion anyway, but straight away it's like, bruh. Another microaggression. Oh boy, I don't even want to get into this one. I don't want to think about this one, but I'm gonna say anyway because it's happening a lot. So the microaggression that I get the most, and it happens every time I walk out this house, and something that my anxiety can't even handle anymore, is the stares that I get from locals, from students, just stares from everyone. I've had people honk at me and make me feel black, basically make me feel different, and that's been in the Jargate area. I don't know about Viaduct or Town. I can't imagine it being that different. I guess being black and fat and a woman is a trio full of, I don't know, it's just I can't even speak. You know, those are all things that can grab people's attention. I'm not talking to. Stop staring at me. I don't want to deal with that. I remember having a conversation with my closest friends, and we're talking about what it's like being black in Durham. And I was just like, I'm fine. This was at the start of second year as well. I was like, I'm fine. I haven't really experienced that much racism. And then my friend was talking about how she got stares on the bus and stuff, and I was like, I've never really experienced that. And it was only until I thought about it and went outside again that I realised I get stared down all the time. People have slowed down their cars to look at me in Durham. That doesn't happen in my town, in Essex. It doesn't happen. We're more multicultural. There's just more black people and people of colour in my local town. I went running yesterday at night and it was so freeing not to have anybody around looking at me. It was so nice. Yeah, I'd definitely say that racism in general and microaggressions has definitely played an impact in my mental health here at Durham. And COVID has been a blessing in disguise. And that's all I'm going to say when it comes to that. So one of the questions that people have frequently asked me is how I make friends at Durham University. And I've put down 3 different things. So my main friends, my ride or die, have come from gospel choir. Just being in that society full of people that just love gospel music, and they're just amazing people, and that's all I have to say. Like, they are just generally some of the best people I've ever met in my life, and I'm so happy, so glad I went to Freshers Fair and found them. Yeah, they're just amazing and I love them. And if they're watching, I love you guys so much. Probably haven't said that to them, which is quite bad. But I love you guys. My flatmates have been really lovely to me, never been racist to me, which should be a standard, but you know what, I'm just gonna put it down. They're just genuinely lovely people and they've always tried to make me feel comfortable. We've had disputes, who hasn't, but they've been amazing from day one. And I said that in my Durham University tag, and I'll say it again. The last way I made friends, which, to be honest, I didn't make a lot of friends this way, and I'd probably put them down as acquaintances that I would go out with rather than proper friends. But college events, I've had some good nights with some people that probably won't see again, to be honest, because of COVID. But it was nice while it lasted, and they were really funny and stuff like that. So definitely go to college events. You never know where you're going to find friends, to be honest. You are very different to I am, and I'm different from you, and I'm different from my flatmates and everything. So different friends, different groups is good. You can circle around and like do different things with different people. Don't just have one group of friends. So as far as being treated differently academic wise, I haven't been treated differently. My department is very good. I love my department. Geology for life. They've been really good, and that's all I have to say. No problems with the department. When I've talked about race or whatever, they've been open ears, and they've done events for during BLM and stuff that I was actually too busy to attend, but my department's good, so big up geology for that. I remember in my matriculation, actually, should I say that? I won't say who, but someone would shake my hand and shook everybody else. So I was like at the end of a row, and literally shook every other person's hand, every other white student's hand, which was everybody else, but wouldn't shake mine. And I was just like, that was my first encounter, well, my first and only encounter when it comes to staff and racism. And it's funny because I've heard a lot of stories about black individuals and how they've, you know what, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to out people. Another not so serious thing, but still important, there are no shops for us. No shops for our products. And it's hard to find people that do your hair. I'm gonna tell you what I mean by shops for us. I mean what I call an Indian shop. I don't know why we call it Indian shop, but yeah, an Indian shop where we can get our lip glosses and hair products and hair products and accessories from. But that's not so important. You can buy it online. I'm talking about our food stuff. I found out that you can get plantain at a farmer's, like a shop, but it's all the way in the viaduct. Why am I going to leave Jarlsgate to go to the viaduct? Does that make sense? I mean, I have to go because I need to get my plantain. I don't know how the boys have it. I don't know where they probably have to go to Newcastle to get their hair done properly. Newcastle is 20 minutes away. You can find things, I guess. I just haven't. We're coming to the end of this video. I would just say in general that I'm just made to feel different at Durham. And that's really what it is. Yeah, I know, in essence, I don't feel the pressure as much. I don't feel odd as much, and that's just because there are more black people, there are more people of colour. 1% of Durham's population is black. The student population. Hi guys, this is the final look. I'll put a better picture with better lighting right here because I know this isn't the best lighting because it's sunset. But I'm looking super cute. I'm looking really cute. I'm going to gospel in a couple hours. I actually need to learn 2 songs, so I really need to get going. Thanks for tuning in to the end. If you like it, subscribe. I'll be making more content this year because we're in the house all day, so let me know what kind of videos you want to see, or just comment down below any questions that you might have, and I'll try to answer as honestly and as best that I can. And if I can't, I'll redirect you to somewhere else. I don't know how to end this video. I really don't know how to end this video. Bye!